Hello and welcome to day 2 of Unstoppable Africa. Thank you so much for joining us. Please introduce yourself and
Thank
tell us
you
what
very
you do.
much, Stephanie. I'm so glad to be here. My name is Dupe Olusola, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer for Dova Capital. And we invest in SMEs and invest in Africa really widely. Yes, and I'm also an ALI at Harvard right now on the fellowship program.
You're doing it all. I don't
Thank
know how you
you.
do it.
Just like you're doing such a great job. You've been on your toes and talking to people continuously.
Thank
Nice to
you.
be here and well done on such a great job.
Thank you so much. I really thrive on meeting people like you who are just pushing the envelope, just really doing great things on the continent. So that's what keeps me happy doing this job.
Fantastic.
So, Dover Capital, you invest in women and SMEs. Tell us a bit more about the kind of things you do.
So basically, we are very convinced that Africa is the frontier for now. Africa is ready for investments, but there's definitely it's time to have a conversation to find the right funding to invest in SMEs, women businesses across Africa, and in particular Nigeria. We've all heard it that SMEs are the engine of growth in any economy, and we believe that beyond finance, it's also important to invest, capacity building in those businesses. There are 3 C's that I actually like to place a lot of emphasis on. It's capital, it's capacity, and it's credibility. And looking at those things, Africa needs capital. We need to invest in capital. But beyond that, there's also room for partnership, which is, collaboration across Africa, across different sectors. And then credibility is actually for people like you, which is starting to change the narrative and the perception of Africa beyond what we've seen on normal TV. So those 3 C's are extremely important and the emphasis of what I like to talk about.
That's fantastic. You really captured it all in those 3 C's. Yes. That's really what the continent needs to push forward.
Yes.
Fantastic. So you're also doing a fellowship?
I'm also doing a fellowship. Oh my goodness. It's so exciting. Actually, look at it as a luxury, an opportunity to kind of like step back, re-look at life, and then obviously to pivot beyond that. My focus very strongly has been Nigeria, but I'm now trying to broaden my focus. I'm at a phase in my life where it's not just about performance and profitability, it's more about performance with purpose. And I think that this is when social enterprise and social impact means a lot more. There are infrastructure gaps in Nigeria, there's work to be done in policies, and doing this time away at Harvard is really helping me to rethink about what the next chapter is going to look like for me. So it's an exciting time completely that I'm actually enjoying.
It's so inspiring because you spent so many years in corporate, building your name, building your brand, and now you've done this pivot. And it's really inspiring for a lot of women who might be kind of in jobs where they are high profile and they're thinking, how do I make the next move, And I actually just did that myself,
fantastic.
After 16 years,
Fantastic.
and now I'm running my own agency. So it's really inspiring what you're doing. And
I think it's important, which is why I call it a luxury, because it's that stepping away from what you know as business as usual really just helps you to kind of like come into yourself, but to come out on a greater scale. And when you're scared to make that change, you really will not step out of your comfort zone. And real success comes where comfortability ends, and that's so